Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the 5 NBA games for Thursday, February 4th, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed, so you can feel confident in your own pick. And if for whatever reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon, where my picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck on your picks today. And let's get into the games. We have the Jazz versus the Hawks, Warriors versus Mavericks, Blazers versus Sixers, Rockets versus Grizzlies, Nuggets versus Lakers. On this side is what I call my daily numbers. This is my date numerology for the Gregorian and the Hebrew calendars. And then on this side is what I call my game numbers. The away team up top, head-to-head record in the middle, and then the home team at the bottom. So looking at this game here, the Jazz versus the Hawks. Oops, I'm on the wrong date here. Let me go to the 24th, or not the 24th, but the 4th. So February the 4th, Thursday, 35th day of the Gregorian, 22nd day of the 5th month, 22nd day of the 11th month on the Hebrew religious. This is Jazz 22nd game and their 11th away game. 22nd day of the 11th month, Jazz's 22nd game, 11th away game. Hebrew Religious has a 54 date numerology as well as 171 date numerology. This is the Hawks coach's 171st regular season game. And with the win, the Hawks could sit on 54 all-time head-to-head losses against the Jazz. On the flip side, it is the Hawks' 12th home game of the season, and they could get their 12th loss of the season. Yesterday, we saw the Hawks become 10-11 for a season record as their coach got his 111th regular season loss. Today, they can become 10-12, like 112, as he gets his 112th regular season loss. Today, though, it does have 11 date numerology on the Gregorian, and with the win, the Hawks can become 11-11 for a season record. They would also even the score against the Jazz 1-1 head-to-head, like an 11. What would play in Jazz's favor, though, is if Hawks lose, they would become 5-7 at home for this season with the record. 57 sums to 139, and today is the 139th day on the Hebrew civil. Oop, wrong matchup. So it's both of these teams' 22nd game of the season. It's the second head-to-head. The Jazz could just go ahead and sweep the Hawks 2-0 and get that second win. This is something you're going to have to decide on who you like based off of everything I've shown you. The Jazz do play tomorrow. Let's see who they play tomorrow. They play the Hornets. So I don't know if there's any date numerology tomorrow that might tell us anything. Tomorrow has 12, 28, 48, 36, 140, 317, 23, 5, 23, 11. So tomorrow's going to be their 23rd game, their 12th away. They'll be playing in Charlotte. If Jazz become 8-3 today, like 83, the 23rd prime on the road, they would go into tomorrow's game on the 23rd day of the Hebrew, 83, the 23rd prime. It's anything I pick up right now. Alright, well, let's keep it moving. Oh, also something that would favor the Hawks in regards to the 11. I don't think I mentioned this. He could sit on 11 regular season losses as they become 11 and 11 with the win. Alright, so Warriors and the Mavericks. Today does have 47 date numerology on the Gregorian. 47 sums to 149. 149 is the 35th prime number. It's the 35th day on the Gregorian. If the Mavericks lose, they become 9 and 14 for a season record, which is an anagram of 149. On the flip side, though, the Warriors coach can get his 149th regular season loss. The number 47 also sums to 121, and the Warriors could become 12 and 10 for a season record with a win, which has that 121 look to it. But there is 11 date numerology on the Gregorian, and they can also become 11 and 11 with the loss. This is their 9th away game. Mavericks' 9th home game. Mavericks could sit on 9 wins for the season with the loss in their 23rd game of the season, which is the 9th prime number. Today it has 27 date numerology on the Gregorian. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Today has 27 date numerology on the Gregorian. Mavericks would become 2 and 7 at home with a loss like 27. But if the 11s do hit and Warriors become 11 and 11, Mavericks coach would get his 523rd regular season win as a coach for Mavericks. 523 is the 99th prime number, and the number 11 sums to 27 and 99. So, I mean, it swings both ways. Got the 914 here, 149 here, got the 27 here, or the 121 here, the 11s here, or the 523 here. If Mavericks do win, they could get their 87th all-time head-to-head win against the Warriors. 87 sums to 139. Today is the 139th day on the Hebrew Civil. So there's a possibility there. But at the same time, it is the Warriors' 22nd game of the season, and they can get their 79th regular season head-to-head win against the Mavericks. 79 is the 22nd prime number. So you're going to have to decide on which way these numbers are going to go. Trailblazers versus the 76ers. Today is the 4th day of February, 2/4, like 24. The number 24 sums to 167. And with the loss, the Sixers can become 16-7 for a record on the season like 167. They would sit on 10 home wins for the season with the loss, as the Blazers become 1-0 head-to-head against the Sixers, for the season with the win. But on the flip side, Blazers can also just get their 10th loss for the season, as the Sixers become 1-0 head-to-head against the Blazers for the season. It is the Sixers, today does have 11 date numerology on the Gregorian, and the Sixers could get their 11th home win in the Blazers' 11th away game, and Blazers would sit on 11 wins for the season with the loss. On the flip side, though, with the Blazers win, they can get their 57th regular season head-to-head win against the Sixers. 57 sums to 139, and today is the 139th day on the Hebrew Civil. So let's keep it going. Rockets versus the Grizzlies. This is the 100th all-time head-to-head game between these two teams, which has a square root of 10. Grizzlies can get their 10th win for the season, as Rockets sit on 10 wins for the season. One of these teams are going to go 1-0 head-to-head against the other, like 10. So you're going to have to decide. Gregorian does have 27 date numerology. 27 sums to 46. Grizzlies coach would sit on 46 regular season losses with the win. At the same time, though, he can get his 47th regular season loss on a day with 47 date numerology on the Gregorian. Today does have 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. Rockets can either get their 11th loss for the season, or they can get their 11th win for the season. And if they get their 11th win for the season, the number 11 sums to 63, and they would get their 63rd all-time head-to-head win against the Grizzlies. So you have a nice little pattern there. It is, though, the Rockets' 12th away game, and they would sit on 37 all-time head-to-head losses against Grizzlies. 37, the 12th prime number. With that being said, Grizzlies can sit on 9 in their 9th home game, or Rockets can become 5-7 on the road. And we just talked about this number 57 summoned to 139. Today, the 139th day on the Hebrew. The number 38, Grizzlies can get their 38th all-time head-to-head win against. 38 sums to 149. Today with 47 date numerology on the Gregorian. 47 sums to 149, the 35th prime, the 35th day of the Gregorian year. So you have quite the decision there. And then the last game of the night, Nuggets versus the Lakers. Lakers can just go ahead and get their 17th win for the season if they really wanted them to. 17 sums to 109, and it sums to 134. And as they get their 17th win, they would get their 134th all-time head-to-head win against the Nuggets, as they get their 109th regular season head-to-head win against the Nuggets. The Lakers coach, he would get his 373rd regular season win. 373 sums to 74. And Nuggets would become 7-4, like 74, with the loss. It is the Nuggets' 21st game of the season, and their coach would sit on 231 regular season wins as a coach for Nuggets, with the loss today. And 231 is the 21st triangular number. Looks pretty good for the Lakers, but you just never know, because today is February 4th, written 2/4, like the number 24. And the number 24 sums to 167, and with the loss, the Lakers would become 16-7 for a season record. This is the 23rd game for the Lakers, the 9th prime number. This is the Lakers' 9th home game for the season, and they can get they can go 4-5, like 45 at home for the season with the loss. 45, the 9th triangular number. So there is a loss narrative there for them. You're going to have to decide on what you like best, and hopefully I've given you enough information. If not, at the very least, I've given you enough information to build upon and come up with your own pick. So I wish you guys best of luck. Thanks.